Hello, wonderful people of the world. I am back at you with a new video. I think actually it's been quite a while since I've sat down in front of my phone and actually talked to you guys. To you guys, I can't speak again. That's not a new thing at all. So this is a bit awkward for me as I haven't done this in a very long time, I think. Actually don't remember the last time I did this. So excuse my you forget after a while what it's like. So today I'm going to be doing something that I haven't done for a very long time as well, and it's a story time. And because I haven't done a story time in a very long time, I'm going to do two story times in one video. One is going to be actual story time, and then one is going to be like a mini story time. It's a very short, so I decided that it doesn't really deserve its own video, if you will. So I'm just gonna put it into this video at the end of it, at the end of the main story, and they're both to do with traveling. So which is something I do quite a bit. I think, yeah. If you follow me on Instagram, you see I'm always on a plane going fucking somewhere. Anyway, so this will be a story time about the most unlucky airport experience. Well, it was a fine airport experience. I actually didn't mind, but it was just everything that could go wrong went wrong. So yeah, welcome to this video. So this story time will be about when I was going to Venice on the 13th of November 2019. And of course, as we all know, at the time when I was going, Venice got really, really flooded. So when we woke up the morning of the flight, it flooded the night before. So we didn't have any time to it was just so last minute and so stressful. We saw images of flooded Venice on the TV, and we were like, should we even go? Well, my mom, she was like, should we even go? I was like, of course, let's we're going anyway. I don't give a shit if you're scared. We're going. So we went to Dunn's and in Liffey Valley and bought some wellies to walk around, because we didn't want to get our shoes soaked or anything. So that was cool. So that was just a great start to the day, just stress, stress, stress all around. And then we got dropped to the airport by one of our friends. And why did I say and? That's not like an American. And so yeah, we get to the terminal and we walk in, and we were flying with Aer Lingus, so we were flying from Terminal 2. Now, we know Terminal 2 well, that's not really a major concern. So but it'll become relevant later in the story that it was Terminal 2. So since we only had carry-on bags, we didn't need to check bags or anything. Thank God, because it probably would have got lost. So we go straight up to security, and then we go to this. This was pre-COVID and everything, obviously. So there was no social. We were just waiting in line, just regular, no masks. I miss those days. And then we were just waiting in the line to get our boarding passes scanned and go on right through to security. And yeah, so we get to the top of the line, and we had printed our boarding passes at home before, quite a while in advance actually, from what I remember, because we had them printed around Halloween time, I think, somewhere around then, really early. And so we printed them at home, and then we walk up thinking everything, we'll just go through security and get checked and just go to our gate. Bitch, it was not going to be that easy. So the lady tries to scan our boarding passes, and those shits will not scan. They will not scan for the love of God. They're just, it keeps failing, and she's like, I'm sorry, this won't scan. I'm like, what? My mom's like, what do you mean it won't scan? Are you for real? She's like, yeah, I think the barcode's too small or something. You need to do something and we had forgotten, because this was the first time we flew Aer Lingus in 2 years, because they quit Warsaw flights, so we didn't really have a reason to fly them until then, because we hadn't really gone on any other trips. It was kind of the first in a little while, I must say, and definitely the first Aer Lingus flight in a very long time. And since we had to fly Ryanair mostly, because Ryanair is the only airline that serviced the Ireland-Poland routes, we thought we'd have to pay, and we are like, oh no. I was like, oh, I'm not paying to print a fucking boarding. I'm not paying 60 euro. Take my split ends and use that as a barcode. It's fine. But thankfully, Aer Lingus is a good airline, and she was like, you can print them for free at the machines. I didn't actually say I'm not paying for it. We would have paid, obviously, but she was like, you can print them at the machines and you'll be fine. So we leave the line, we leave the queue, and run to those motherfucking machines, and we put in our booking reference and everything, and it prints these little I still have those boarding passes. I'm just not bothered to look for them. I know where they are, but I'm just not bothered to get them. And then we print them, and it's fine and dandy. We go back to the queue, and they go through fine, and it's all good. So we walk on straight to security, and security is a fucking mess. The security like officers in Terminal 2 are disastrous in my opinion. Like they're all like grumpy and like just so slow now. Like the security officers, like the staff in Terminal 1 is much better from my experience. But that's not really. I mean, it kind of added to the whole thing. So we get through this mess of airport security. There was this one guy in front of us. He was like a business traveler going to like Manchester. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure where he was going, but I know it was England because I saw his like boarding pass. He was in front of us, and then like what would happen is I'll use paints because I'm painting something as an example. My mum and I were like here, and he was here, and we were, of course, this is pre-COVID, so we were standing like this close to each other, and then people in front of him would like move, and he'd just stand there for like looking at them for a good like 5 seconds, and he blocks the entire queue behind us, and then he'd move like to here, and then I literally thought I was going to like murder him. That fucking scare. I was about to like, I don't know, like taekwondo his ass to the ground and split his head open. But like, you know, so we get through security. We scan our bags. Then like my mom, she had to take her like thing off. It to like, get scanned through security, and then she was like just fixing her. We were like putting everything back and stuff like to where it's meant to be, like putting her shoes back on and everything. And then she was like fixing her trousers because they got kind of like loose. So she was pulling them up, and like because she was wearing like denim jeans, and one of the fucking belt loops like broke off from the fucking thing. So she was like, "This day is just going amazing, isn't it?" I was like, "Yeah, it truly is." So we walk like through the duty free. We like buy some water and stuff. Like it's not bad. Like Terminal 2 is a really nice terminal. It's definitely the better of the two terminals in my opinion. Out of Dublin. And then we walk through, we like get some food, and then like we see that our gate is 307A. Now the 300 gates are in Terminal 1. It's like an older part of the airport, that octagonal. If you guys are from Dublin, have ever been to Dublin Airport, you'll know the 300 gates very well. They're the octagonal building with the black windows. That's 300 gates. And Aer Lingus park some of their planes there if Terminal 2 gets like overfilled or something. So yeah, so our gate was there, and we walked there many times. Like we knew the way and everything. So that wasn't really a problem. But the thing is, it's a really long walk. It's like it's over 10 minutes. It's a very long walk, and you have to go like up and down like 60 escalators. It's just a whole experience. Like this whole yeah, yeah. So we go through, and then we walk towards gate 307A, and we get into Terminal 1. There's like this. It's sorted pretty well for what they had to work with. So they get through. My friend texted me. I'll get back to her in a few minutes. And then so we walk to gate 307A. We walk into 300 gates, the octagonal building, and what we wait there. We see the flight EI422 to Venice. It's there, so we made it to our gate, and we sit there for like 15 minutes. I just sit there. I'm on my phone. My mum's on her phone checking like what the thing is and what the situation is like in Venice. We tried to phone our hotel. Well, she didn't answer, and you'll find out later why. Actually, this will be the most stressful, unlucky travel experience, not airport experience, travel in general. So, and we wait there at the gate 307A until we hear an announcement that Aer Lingus flight EI422 to Venice will now board through gate 408, not 307. 408. And the thing about the 400 gates is they're all the way back in Terminal 2, which we had just hiked from to get to here. Okay, we kept our cool. It was like it was like the fucking Boston Marathon. Like, I'm surprised there was no terrorist attack that day and they like didn't blow us up in the terminal, because it was literally like the Boston Marathon. So we literally sprint back to Terminal 2, because it was like we didn't have that much time to spare, because like our flight was coming in. Like, I could see the plane on flight radar, and like as we were sprinting to Terminal 2, the flight was like approaching Dublin, like nearly like coming into, it was like over Wexford or something. So we're like, we have to hurry up. So I could see gate 408, like arrival from Milan Linate, the plane, my favorite plane in the world, the IDVH, but like still. So we run to this gate 408 and we get there. Like we had to go up all these escalators again. It was like climbing Mount fucking Everest at that point. Like, we were so tired at the end of that like whole thing. We just plopped down at the gate. We just dropped our bags and we're like, if they change this motherfucking gate again, I swear to God, like, they might as well just cancel the flight at that point. But they didn't, thankfully. And our plane arrived, and we boarded. And it was a very, very good flight. Like, amazing flight, actually. Like, the views of the Alps were amazing. If you follow my Instagram account, you would have seen those. It was pretty nice. Like, the flight, nothing to complain about, really, like, the flight. And then we landed in Venice Airport, very nice, a very nice airport. And then we find our way to like the bus pickup area to get to Piazza Levama to take the water tram to Rialto and then walk to our hotel. So we take the bus into Venice and then we get off at Piazza Roma. We buy like water tram tickets. It's pretty efficient. Like really nothing happened so far. The water tram, like they're nice and everything. And then like Venice, like the city wasn't actually flooded when we got there, which was of course like good. Like I'm not even complaining because it was good. So we get off at Rialto near the Rialto Bridge, and then we walk through the streets to our hotel. And things after the whole day, they were starting to look up because we were like, "Wow, the city's so nice! Like this is unlike anything anywhere we've ever been in our entire life." And then we're walking through those meandering streets. They're like really tight and like beautiful. And like we like you're just Venice is amazing. You're just walking through like this really tight street, and all of a sudden you just get a bridge, and there's like this lovely canal. It's beautiful. I recommend it to anyone. If you haven't been, go. Like yeah, even with this whole COVID situation, if you can go, go. It's a good time to go, especially now. And then we walk, and then we get to our hotel through Google Maps, which we tried phoning the hotel a few times. And then we get to our what was it? Not Albergo, it was Ambassador Tree Rose. That was the name of our hotel that we booked on booking.com. And we get to our hotel, we look inside, the doors are closed, it's all dark, there's nobody in there, there's like papers on the floor, there's like vacuum cleaners everywhere, there's water in the floor, like in there. Like there's no like puddles, you know. No one at reception. We look upstairs, like where the rooms would be. The shutters are like closed. Everything is dark. There's nobody in there. We're like, well, that's amazing. For the entire day, I was the one that was like kind of comforting my mum. Like it'll be okay. Like we'll just get to our hotel and we'll have a good trip either way. If Venice is just too flooded, we'll just take the train to Verona and make like the best of what we have, you know. But that was the first moment that I actually panicked. And my mom, as the adult, she was like, I have to stay in control, like, I won't cry. I could see the tears, like, in her eye, like, just, like, building up. I was like, oh, God, no. And this hotel was, like, the edge, like, the last building on that, like, particular street. And there was this, like, really narrow passageway beside this restaurant. And you see there's, like, a building there. So we're like, okay, maybe that's the hotel. Maybe there's, like, a separate entrance because this one's, like, flooded. Maybe there's a new reception. So we go there. We walk like towards that. It's like this creepy ass courthouse that you'd find in like a New York mafia movie. It was terrifying, honestly. It was beautiful, but it was terrifying. And then there's like this really big ass door, like they have like in London and stuff, and like just palaces. And they have like this like ringy thing that you can like press the button and make a ring. So you ring this, and then like someone answers the door. They open the door, and we walk in. But there's nobody in there. There's like nobody in this gigantic fucking building. And I think it was like a hotel or something. Because, yeah, okay. Anyway. So we walk in. We're like, hello, is anybody here? We walk around like the ground floor and then we see there's stairs. So we're like, okay, maybe it's upstairs. And then we walk upstairs and there was like some rooms there, but it was all like dark and it was empty. So we're like, oh my fucking God, this is amazing. We're going to get murdered and we're going to get processed. Like, our bodies are going to get processed into fucking mozzarella cheese and then we're going to be sold as spaghetti bolognese in the fucking restaurant down the road. Like, this is a plot from, like, the fucking Shining movie. And we walk down the stairs again, and then these two, like, these two women, they're like, hello, like, can we help you? And like, yes, yes, you can, do you want help? Because our fucking hotel is closed and we have nowhere to fucking go, and we were wondering if this is maybe the place. Like, yeah, please help us. Like, you know, my mom is nearly crying. Like, it doesn't not look like we need some help. Like, we're clearly fucking lost, and we're not locals, you know? Is that even a question? So they're like, oh well, this isn't the hotel like that you're booked into because we don't have like we're not part of the Santa Marco hotel thing, but you can walk outside there like into this empty street. They let us out into this thing, and they literally say we really can't help you. All we can is wish you luck. Like we really wish you good luck, and they just let us out. We're like, that's great. So you walk into this other hotel. It's actually open, and there's like papers, and they're like cleaning the floor because it was flooded like 6 hours, like 4 hours beforehand, so they're obviously like they're still cleaning, which is fine, like it's understandable. And we're like, hey, like to the dude in the reception, like, hey, can you please help us? Like, we're kind of lost, like, we kind of need your help. And he was like, oh, don't worry, like they redirected all the guests to Hotel Albergo. I'll show you where to go. He drew like this map, and then this Hotel Albergo was like, because our hotel was like original, the one that was closed was like here, and then the street went like this, and the Hotel Albergo was like at the end of that street. So all that stress was for nothing. We should have just walked towards that direction, and we would have found it. So we walked there. We walk in, and we're like, "Hi." We were told we were like redirected here. Like we have a reservation for our hotel, Ambassador Drew. Say that's closed. And he's like, "Okay, give me your like details." And my mum's like gives our names and like our everything, like passport numbers. And he's like, "Are you booked here for 4 nights?" And my mum's like, "Yes." And she's like, "Okay, we have your booking." Biggest relief in our entire lives. We never have we ever felt such relief in our entire life. So yeah, that was it. It ended up being an amazing trip. So for the next thing, because I see my thing is timing out, so that was that. And then for the next thing, it was we were coming back from Warsaw one day on board an Aer Lingus flight, and then when we were coming into land, the wind and rain was so bad in Dublin that like we were coming in and the plane was like going like this, and then the plane when we landed, it was on Aer Lingus. Like people say Ryanair do hard landings, you should have seen this landing. The plane fucking crashes, it literally crashes into the ground. I thought the landing gear snapped for a moment. Like, I literally thought that the fucking runway, like, imploded. I literally thought we left a crater in the runway, like, no joke. And then, like, I hear, like, the plane, like, goes down the runway, and I was here in the back, because we were, like, in the middle / back of the plane. I hear in the very back of the plane, boom! And I look back, like, I heard, like, snapping and, like, rattling and stuff, and I look back from my window seat in 20A, and I see that the bathroom door has fallen off the hinges. This was a separate experience from the Venice one. This was like years beforehand, but I just wanted to mention it because there's a hurricane and that kind of reminded me of the windy landing. So yeah, the bathroom door fell off on one of my landings, which is beautiful. So yeah, those were those two story times I wanted to share with you guys. I hope you enjoyed. I'll be back with more videos, hopefully, like this more often now, because I really enjoy making these videos, and I hope you enjoyed it too. And please leave a like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Comment, because I really like when people comment. And yeah, have you ever had a similar experience? Have you ever gone to a closed hotel? Let me know. Like, yeah, I'm really curious to find out. Or has the bathroom door ever fallen off on your flight? I'd like to know that too. Anyway, that's it for today, and thank you for watching, and bye-bye.